Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today I will tell you a simple story. Read and listen the story carefully. Part 1. The Poor Girl. Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a poor little girl named Karen. She had no parents. Her mother had died when she was just a baby, and her father passed away when she was still very young. Karen had no one to take care of her except an old shoemaker's wife who gave her food and a place to sleep. Karen didn't have much. Her clothes were old, torn, and patched many times. She didn't have any shoes. She walked barefoot in the cold and in the snow. People felt sorry for her, but she never complained. She was kind and gentle, with bright eyes and a warm heart. One day, the shoemaker's wife made Karen a pair of shoes from red cloth. They weren't perfect. The cloth was old, and the shoes were stitched by hand. But they were red, and to Karen, they were the most beautiful shoes in the world. She loved them. She wore them proudly, even though others laughed at her. Some said it wasn't proper for a poor girl to wear such bright shoes. But Karen didn't care. They were special to her. Part 2. The Rich Lady. One day, a rich old lady came to the village. She saw Karen walking barefoot in the cold, holding a basket of bread. She felt pity for the girl and said, "You poor child, come live with me. I will take care of you." Karen said goodbye to the shoemaker's wife and went with the rich lady to her big house in the city. There, Karen was given soft clothes, warm food, and a bed with clean white sheets. But her red shoes were taken away and burned in the fire. The old lady said, "Red shoes are not proper. You must learn to be a good and polite young lady." Karen missed her red shoes, but she said nothing. Years passed. Karen grew into a beautiful young girl. She was polite and quiet, just as the rich lady wanted. But in her heart, Karen still remembered her red shoes. She missed the joy and freedom they gave her. Part 3. The New Red Shoes. One day, the old lady took Karen to the city to buy new shoes. The shoemaker brought out a pair of shiny black shoes, but Karen saw something else behind him, a pair of red leather shoes. They were bright, bold, and beautiful. Karen couldn't stop looking at them. They reminded her of the red cloth shoes from her childhood. "These red shoes are lovely," Karen whispered. The old lady had poor eyesight and couldn't see the color well. She thought they were black and agreed to buy them. When Karen wore the red shoes, she felt alive. She smiled and walked with joy. But the old lady was not happy when she realized the shoes were red. Still, since they were already bought, she let Karen keep them, for now. Part 4. The Church. The next Sunday, Karen wore her red shoes to church. People stared. They whispered, "Red shoes? To church?" But Karen didn't care. She loved her shoes. As she walked up the steps, a strange old soldier with a long beard pointed at her shoes and said, "Oh, what lovely dancing shoes." Karen laughed politely and walked inside. But something strange happened. During the hymn, Karen could not stop thinking about dancing. Her feet started to move on their own. She tapped them softly, then more quickly. She wanted to dance right there in church. After the service, Karen and the old lady walked home. But Karen's feet wanted to dance. She held herself back. She thought it was just her imagination. Part 5. The dance begins. Soon, the old lady became very sick. Karen was supposed to stay home and care for her. But one day, there was a grand ball in town. Many fine ladies and gentlemen would attend. Karen looked at her red shoes and felt a strong desire to go. She sneaked out while the old lady slept. She wore her best dress and, of course, the red shoes. At the ball, everyone danced. Karen joined in. She spun and twirled, and her red shoes seemed to glow. She felt lighter than air. She danced with joy. But when she tried to stop, her feet didn't listen. The shoes kept moving. She tried to sit down, but her feet pulled her back onto the floor. She danced out of the ballroom, down the street, and into the night. She cried, "Stop! Please stop," but the shoes danced on. Part 6. The Curse of Vanity. Karen danced through the village, into the forest, past rivers and fields. She danced for days and nights, unable to rest. Her eyes were full of tears. "This is punishment," she thought, "because I was vain. I cared more about beauty than about kindness or duty." She came across the same old soldier with the long beard. "You wanted to dance," he said with a strange smile. "Now you must dance forever." Karen begged him to remove the shoes, but he only shook his head. She danced into a graveyard and cried out to God, "Please, forgive me. I have done wrong. I only wanted to be happy, but I forgot what truly matters. Please help me." Part 7. The End of the Dance. Finally, Karen could dance no more. She collapsed outside a small chapel. An angel appeared before her, shining with light and peace. The angel said gently, "You have learned your lesson. True beauty lies not in shoes, but in your heart. Your desire for beauty led to pride. But now you are humble, and your soul is free." The red shoes fell off Karen's feet and turned into dust. Karen was filled with peace. She returned to the old lady's house and found that the woman had passed away. Karen stayed in the house and spent her days helping the poor, caring for children, and living a quiet, kind life. She never wore red shoes again. She wore simple clothes and soft slippers. But in her heart, she felt light, as if she were dancing in the joy of goodness, love, and humility. Thanks for listening. Subscribe to the channel for more stories.